look at the Star Trek The Official Starships Collection. I have before me issue 25, the USS Prometheus. So I'm going to take a look at that. So let's jump right to it. So I have my magazine and I have the ship. So let's just jump right to it. Put that aside. So, issue 25, USS Prometheus, has a wonderful picture of the ship on the cover, as Eaglemoss always does. Launched in 2374, maximum speed, warp 9.9999999. Its length is 126 meters, and the special feature is the multi-vector assault mode. We have our table of contents and our specification, which its registry is NX-59650, Prometheus class. That means it's the first of its class, constructed at the Beta and Tara shipyards. Launched in 2374, 126 meters long, 15 decks, weaponry, Type 12 phasers, photon and quantum torpedo launchers. And again, the biggest thing is about it is the multi-vector assault mode, but we'll get to that later. So turning the page here, you have an awesome CGI image of the ship separating into 3 parts. I believe that was from Message in a Bottle. Some information about the ship. You got a nice cool image at the bottom here. Turning the page, we have some more wonderful paragraphs and info on the ship with some excellent screen caps from the episode. This was also the episode to feature special guest star Andy Dick, who everybody knows is the comedian. And this image here of the 3 parts of the ship attacking the Nebula class, I think was also in the last issue, or maybe it was the issue before with the Nebula class, so it's kind of nice that we use that image here. And there's Andy Dick, for those of you. And there's a special page about the ship separating into 3 parts. The famous multi-vector assault mode. Excuse the glare, but you know, it's hot today, so I have the windows open. There it is, 3 parts. And the centerfold page showing the Prometheus in its glory, and diagram showing where things are, what they do, etc., etc., etc. Great CGI pictures there. And here's the section on the designing of the Prometheus. Got a great picture there. And some concept art. More conceptual art. And from what it looks like, the original design was for the ship to separate into 5 parts rather than 3, as shown in this illustration here. I don't know how that would have worked, but I like it better the way it happened in the episode with 3 parts. More conceptual art, but a little bit more close to the finish line here. And the specification, or excuse me, that was a blooper on my part. The appearances screen, the appearances page. Bad day, isn't it? So, it's only appeared in 1 episode, actually 2. It's on Star Trek Voyager. The episode was Message in a Bottle. It has not appeared in any movies, and its final appearance was in Endgame, although the Prometheus class was slightly glimpsed in an episode of Enterprise and a kind of a flash forward 200, 300 years into the future. I think it was 800 years in the future. I don't know. And the ship was seen fighting alongside other Federation ships with the Zindi fighting the Spear Builder. So you can see it really quickly if you pause the frame. So yeah, it appeared a message in a bottle. This is probably one of the fan favorite episodes. I know it's one of my favorites. So yeah, and also, not to be confused with the Nebula class USS Prometheus that was seen in Deep Space Nine. So don't get it confused. And yeah, so pretty much. Oh, one big thing. There's been a sort of controversy about the registry number, and I guess the Prometheus has two different registries. The hull clearly says in the episode NX-59650, but on the inside of the ship, the computer displays actually say NX-74913. I don't remember seeing that. It might have been a visual effects confusion or something else, but oh well. So that's the last page there with some more screenshots of the episode. And the next, the Tholian Web Spinner from the Enterprise era, which I will be taking a look at next. So, but for now, let's look at this. And here's the back of the magazine with the ship in 3 parts, which is kind of cool. So that's the magazine, and now let's get to the model itself. Here it is. USS Prometheus, experimental prototype designed for deep space tactical assignments. Let's open this thing up. These came kind of early this time. Wow. First impressions. This thing is really, really cool. A lot of detail on the top here. I love the paint scheme here. Got that illuminating blue for the warp nacelles and the red for the Usard collectors here at the top tip of the nacelles. I have the registry number there. Got a lot of weight to it. The metal is in the top and the plastic parts are more in the rear and the stern. I know some people were talking about the bottom of the ship has a little bit of lack of detail, but it wasn't seen in the episode, so I guess that doesn't really count. I'm actually happy with it. I know some people were a little upset about the deflector dish not being a little bit more, I don't know, maybe being a little bit more, you know, better quality. But that doesn't bother me at all, really. Got the Starfleet line insignia there. You have the detail on the underside of the ship, at least on the rear. And yeah, this is a pretty awesome model. I've been really looking forward to this one. It'll be interesting to compare this one to the Furuta plastic toy model, whatever, that came out back in 2004 and 5, I think it was. But this has significant more detail than that one. You can see the lines where the ship is supposed to separate, but you know, obviously this model doesn't separate into 3, which is a shame. It would have been cool to actually have 3 different parts of the ship snapped together. But yeah, this is awesome, and I'm really happy with this one. I've been looking forward to this one for a while. This is one of those ships where, if not for the Starships collection, we probably would not get, because it's you know, one of the lesser known ships, but at the same time it is well known. It is a fan favorite because of that Voyager episode. And yeah, so this is awesome. And as usual, it comes with a stand. So yeah, that's the USS Prometheus, and I'm very happy to have had this. And I'm also kind of just glad to be this far along in the collection. It took a year to get here, didn't it? The only thing that I wish that was different about this model is if you look at the nacelles, the insignia there on the top doesn't really look like a Starfleet insignia. It just looks like some random arrow thing. I mean, I guess that's a minor detail. From far away you can't really make heads or tails of it, but up close it looks a little weird. But other than that, I'm really happy with that. Really happy with this. And special thanks and kudos for Eaglemoss for doing these again. And I look forward to the next shipment. This shipment actually came early. I normally get them around the 20th or the 22nd. And today is the 15th, so I got them at least a week early almost. So yeah, that's the USS Prometheus. And next, I'll take a look at the Tholian web spinner from Enterprise. So yeah, thank you all for watching. If you have any comments or questions, drop them down below. I appreciate you watching and taking the time to watch this humble video. And thank you so much, and I'll catch you all later. Bye for now. Oh, I can't believe I stole that from another guy.